Welcome back. Today's show, it's been all about secondhand health issues that you may not even know about. So we couldn't leave out secondhand products. That's why Dr. Sears recently went out to find the biggest don'ts when it comes to buying secondhand.
Times are tough, so many of us are going to do whatever it takes to save a little extra money, even if it means buying used items, like at a garage sale. But you got to be careful because certain secondhand items could be bad for your health. Some might even be dangerous. You know, the lifespan of a mattress tends to be about 8 years. Not knowing where a mattress came from means you don't know its history. This mattress could have bed bugs. Now, most old mattresses will be full of allergens like pet dander or human skin cells. So if you're sensitive, that could make you sick. You can even use a black light to see all the stains you can't see with the naked eye. Now, one exception is that if you're going to buy it from a friend, they're going to probably be honest with you about how old it really is. Now, a lot of people love to buy used sports equipment, especially for the kids. You're going to save a lot of money that way, but there's a few things you really got to be careful with. Pads and helmets, especially. Never buy a secondhand helmet. You just never know what it's been through. It's best to use a secondhand store that focuses solely on sporting goods. They're going to be much more picky about what they sell. He shoots, he scores. Now, when you see an old car seat, you know it's been thrown up on and there's been accidents in there, but that's not the real threat. Just like motorcycle helmets, infant car seats are designed to be in one accident and then discarded. It's kind of scary to know that 10% of car seats out there have been in an accident and are still being used. A brand new car seat can be purchased for as little as $50. That's not too much to protect your child. You'll be surprised at what you can find secondhand, but be smart before you walk away with something that could bring you down.
Well done, my friend.
Thank you. I want to touch a little bit on that helmet thing. You know, this helmet here has actually been in an accident. You can see most of the helmet, that foam on the inside of it, that's what's designed to protect your head. But up here, this foam has been compressed in the accident, and it will no longer protect you. And you wouldn't be able to see that from the outside. From the outside, it looks like a nice brand new helmet.
So we learn about what are things worth spending money on. A good
exactly.
helmet for your kids or yourself is absolutely, you can never replace a brain that's broken.
Even if you bought the helmet new, if it's been in an accident, replace it.
You actually want to buy the entire helmet.
Yeah, you want to buy both halves together. But another one, let's talk about shoes. A couple things about secondhand shoes. First off, it's been molded to the old user's foot.
Right.
Okay, so it's not going to fit you very well. And your feet that's your foundation to your whole posture. So if your feet aren't balanced right, your knees are going to be off, your hips are going to be off, you're going to have back pain. Plus, what's growing in there? There's going to be a lot of nasty stuff in there. So if you are going to buy old shoes, you got to disinfect them. And this is a really cool device. It's called the Steri Shoe. It uses UV light to kill 99% of the fungus that'll cause ringworm, athlete's foot, things like that. A lot of bacteria.
This is something you could use on your shoes to prevent fungus among us.
You betcha. I know. Especially, you know, especially your running shoes, if you're wearing them barefoot a lot, you really should disinfect them with something like this from time to time. So,
and we always say not only using that, but letting them air out for a day after using them as well.
Yeah, if you wear them all the time, maybe have a couple different pairs so you can alternate days so they have time to dry out.
So let's talk about vacuums, because
vacuum cleaners.
So many allergens in carpets, and we think vacuuming is the best thing we can ever do.
Right, but you know, if you're using an old vacuum cleaner, you could be making things worse, spewing out dust mites and skin cells and pet dander, all that kind of stuff. And they actually did a study, and pretty much, even if it was a good, high-quality vacuum cleaner with a HEPA filter, if it was older, it was still leaking out a bunch of stuff.
And everyone understands that, right? Because when you use a vacuum, all the allergens in the carpet, but when you start sucking it out, you're getting it up in the air. So if you're not using a good vacuum, you're going to make the problem worse. So I think what I've learned in this segment, mentioned this before, spend a few less dollars on your car, more on a good mattress. You spend a third of your life on it. Be willing to invest in a good helmet and a good vacuum, especially if your kids suffer from allergies. So great options. Dr. Sears,
betcha.
That was not secondhand advice. That was primo.
First-hand advice from here.